Cass County is located in north central Minnesota. We're about 3.5 hours north of the Minneapolis-St. Paul metropolitan area. We have a lot of tourism that comes in, so we increase our population significantly in the summer. And during the winter, it kind of dies down, if you will. The Working Together Coalition is a group of different members of our community that come together to make sure that our kids are safe and healthy. We work on substance abuse prevention, specifically on the areas of underage drinking, prescription drug abuse, and we are also starting to work on marijuana. We're starting to see an increase within our community. I think there's a lot of challenges working in a rural community. The biggest challenge that I have is geographic. I'm on the road a lot and end up having to meet with people by driving an hour just to say hi. We cover 3 different school districts, which are each very large geographically. Definitely spend a lot of time in this car. My job is really getting out there and talking to our community members, making sure people know what we're doing, why we're doing it, and also making sure that they're on board.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Tom.
How are you today?
Good.
Cass County certainly has a drug problem like all other rural counties. The unfortunate thing is there's not a lot of things for our youth to do here, so it's an easy draw to that. There just isn't, and that is one of the reasons we're so supportive of the coalition. We're trying to give alternatives for these kids to do something else to make the right choices.
Prior to myself getting into prevention, I was a probation and parole officer in the same county. So I know that there's a lot of dire need within our communities, within our families. And so prevention is such a proactive way to make change and really be there for our kids.
One of the topics we talked about was the I Choose or the We Choose campaign, right? So there's a lot of other things that we can do in our community and in our lives that are different than drugs and alcohol.
My name is Brianna Cook, and I'm a youth coordinator for the Working Together Coalition. We coordinate all kinds of activities with teenagers. So in the past, we've done retreats where we do leadership development, meetings where we talk about making healthy choices, what are our passions, what drives us besides using alcohol and other drugs. When we tell kids what not to do, the last thing they hear is no drugs, no alcohol, no parties, that type of thing, or no negative influences. But when we talk about the positive, they're more likely to be engaged in the conversation. They have more input.
Church is a huge one.
They can lead the conversation rather than just listening the whole time. They can teach us what they're interested in.
I'm really busy, so always keep them busy.
They can be in control rather than the adults in control.
Right, so you're finding other people with common interests and you're bonding with them and you all have this same passion, and so we're focusing on that passion and we're not going to let other negative influences get in the way of that. We could just put this poster right here.
The BU campaign is all about what is your personality, what are your characteristics. So being yourself, being quirky, being funny, being silly, being kind, being whatever without allowing the negative influence of drugs and alcohol into your life.
Be yourself on 3. 1, 2, 3. Be yourself!
It's not the norm to go out and do drugs or to drink. We have to break that habit of this is what we did when our parents were kids. We need to change that attitude and get a more positive light and move in the right direction.
Sticker Shock was something we started about 4 years ago. It's a really unique way for us to be able to get our message out in a different way. So we collaborate with almost every single liquor establishment within our county, and we go in and we place stickers. We generally try to do it right before graduation. It says that if you provide this to an underage person, you can be charged with a gross misdemeanor in the state of Minnesota. Now, does that alone stop substance use and people giving to our kids? Absolutely not. But it's a different way for us to get our message out there, and we're reaching a different audience.
We did initiate a Take to the Box program along with our Human Health Veteran Services as well as the coalition, and which has been very successful, and we average 300 to 400 pounds of unused prescription drugs per year.
The key to success with coalition work is relationships. Nice to see you. You have to build relationships with your community, not just your community stakeholders, but as many people as you can. People support what they create, and people want to be a part of making a change, especially for our kids.
When you can get the community to buy into what you're doing and help you get your message to the public and do it, it's successful, and it's been a good program.
We've seen success in participation. Community members in the school all coming together to support our youth in this community. We've seen more youth coming to the table saying that they want to be involved.
The Working Together Coalition is definitely working in our community. we have seen major change. And the reason is we have different people coming together to work on this common goal of not only substance abuse prevention, but really making this a place where our kids can thrive. And that success is there, and we're seeing a decrease in our numbers around substance abuse.